Nicola Stein's title cut of the album, Born Running, on LHR London Hit Radio, Tuesday afternoon. Glen Matlock in the studio with us this afternoon, Maddie.
はい、セックスピストルズ初代ベーシストです。グレン・マトラクさん、スタジオにいらっしゃっています。
Glen, we're getting a whole bunch of messages.
Oh, cool. What we got?
Nia's son has said Glen's husky voice is so sexy.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Mr. Old Rock has tweeted, although it's cold outside, Glen is making me so hot.
Oh, good man.
All right. Tomohide's son has tweeted, welcome to Tokyo. I love Nevermind the Bollocks.
Oh, okay, good.
And we got a question for you too.
そうですね。そしてユキスクリーマーさんもね、Glen Matlock on the air というふうにいただきました。We got a shout out. Thank you. そして、こちらにはメールでいただきました。ラジオネームオレンジ21さんです。We have a question. I read it in Japanese first of all. I read it to you and then English to you. 以前ピンク色のピックを口に加えてライブをしていたら、なぜ彼はずっと舌を出しているのかとメディアに取り上げられたそうですが、今でもピンク色のピック使っているのでしょうかということなんですけれども、his question is, I used to use the pink peg for your performance on the stage, DJ. Do you remember? That's what you said.
Oh, your guitar pick was pink.
Guitar pick was pink. And do you still use pink peg? And he read the article as well about it, and it said, why Glen always taking out pink tongue when he tried to
It was funny, but that was years ago. First time I came to Japan, I was playing with Johnny Thunders.
Right.
And I normally play bass just with my fingers, but one song, it was really fast and it required a plectrum. And so I had a plectrum that I had to keep at the ready because Johnny Thunders used to change the set around and he never knew what order he was going to do it in. Oh. So I had to kind of keep it at the ready and I never really knew where to put it. So I just used to put it in my teeth like that and not thinking so much about it. And then there was a review of the show and this reviewer said, you know, really enjoyed the gig and all that, bass playing was great, but why did Glen Matlock have to keep sticking his tongue out? And I thought I didn't. And I put my hand in my pocket, pulled out my plectrum and I realised it was pink, you know.
I love it.
But I don't have it any longer now. I use a grey one, just in case.
I've got a grey one.
But maybe I'll get some pink ones.
今グレーのピック2つ持っていらっしゃってまさにポッケからパッと出していらっしゃいますけれど
Always at the ready.
People might get worried you're sick if you've got a grey tongue and you know you're saying a big
well, look, there you go. Look.
Oh, okay, you look alright. Yeah, good.
でそうしていたみたいに確かにピックをねこうパッと口に挟むと歯と歯の間に挟むとベロを出してるみたいに見えるんですけれども、以前ジョニー・サンダースでパフォーマンスをした時にピックをどこにとにかくパッとピックをいつも指でベースをパッパッと弾くんですけれども、その時はピックが必要だった。だけれどもいつピックが必要になるかわからない状態だったので、どこに置こうというふうに考えた時に口に挟もうとなったでそれがパッと挟んで、それがピンクだったことにはその時あまり気づいてなかったんだそうですね。でそれが、メディア記事でそういうふうに取り上げられたのを僕覚えているよ。だけどあの時は全然気づかなかった。後でパッとポッケから出したら今日ピンクのピックだったんだみたいな、そういう感じだったんだよって話ですね。
Do you love performing live?
Yeah, I do. I think what I like about it more than anything else is the contact with the audience. It's not like the adulation, but you sit at home and you write a song, and it's just you and your guitar and a piece of paper and a pen or something like that, and you're kind of in your headspace. But when you go out and play, you know, and you make a record and you're in a little room like this, and it comes out on the tape, and there's no kind of real human contact with the people. But when you see people in the front row digging what came through your mind and you made that kind of contact with them, it's a real worthwhile kind of experience. I think that's what I like about it. And also, it's a great way of travelling. You know, I get to see the world on somebody else's shilling.
Right on.
ライブというものについて、確かにアーティストとしてはもうベストな場所だと思う。何よりも家で、例えば楽器をこうねベースを弾いたりしているのと外でそれを持つのとでは全然その時の感覚と感触が違うんだと。家だとやっぱり普通にソファに座ってでそこにはペンがあって作曲をするためにってそういう感覚があるけれども、外だと、ベースをひとたび持った時にそこには人々とのコンタクトがある、その感じがとても好きなんだと。で何よりもライブをすることによって旅ができる、旅をするには絶好の理由だよねということです。
Tell us then about your live shows here in Japan, the tour, all the best with Shukagawa Boys.
Yeah, well, we've been rehearsing in Kato, as I said. We did a little warm-up gig and we got 3 shows, man. We're playing at Tokyo O West tomorrow evening. Where are we playing in Osaka?
Big Cat
in Osaka, and then we're playing at Barrack Club in the day after, just before I go home. So they're just small club shows, but they're fun, and hopefully this is like a dropping a pebble in the water to come back again. When I came over, the idea was to use some Japanese musicians, which I was always a little bit cagey about, not because they were Japanese, but because it's playing with people you don't really know. But it sounds great, the drummer's fantastic, Hiroshi's great on the guitar, Wax is playing the bass there. Sounds good, they've really done the homework. I'm well pleased, it sounds good.
Oh, brilliant. And so I'm curious too, because you mentioned tipping on working with all these different musicians over the years, and here you are again working with some brand new musicians. So it must be a continually changing experience for you. And
it is. I mean, the only thing is like you know the songs, and then you've got to rehearse them all over again.
Do you have to crack the whip with these guys?
No,
and
they kind of come and get on with it, Glenn. And I want to skive off for another Starbucks. We'll go to the office Starbucks, have a cigarette outside. But what was I going to say? But yeah, what I would say though is that when we're playing, I'm not trying to ram all my latest material down people's throats. If I went to see David Bowie and he didn't do Heroes or something like that, I would go home disappointed. So I know people want to hear certain songs, and I've always seen my set as a bit like the saying at a wedding, something old, something new, something borrowed, and something a little bit bluesy. So I throw a few things in there to make it fair on the audience. But I'm not going to tell you which ones because it's like telling my backline of the joke.
We get a surprise tomorrow night, all right.
Yeah, you've got to come and find out.
明日の夜ですもんね、ライブが控えているんですけれども、今そのライブについてお話が出ていました。で、今回の来日では、祝賀ボーイズ、他ね、さまざまな日本のミュージシャンとともにステージに立つということなんですけれども、東京は、明日2月5日水曜、渋谷オーウエストです。で、オリジナルセックスピストルズ、グレン・マトロック、ジャパンツアー、オール・ザ・ベストということなんですけれども、どんな曲をやるのかは今ここでは内緒にしておくということで、そして、もちろん自分の曲を知っている、若いアーティストたちとする、もちろん知らない人たちとするというのはギターにしてもドラムにしてもどんな音を出すのかどんな演奏するのかわからない、その心配さもあるけれども、でもリハーサルやってみて思ったのは本当にベストな音が出ている、だから本当に楽しみにしているということで、そして、もちろん自分たちよりも若いということは自分の曲を知っている人たちなわけですけども、彼らがそうじゃないよ、ピストルとはそうじゃないというふうには思ったとしても、ちょっと違う感じやだとしても、それをね、型にはめるような形ではやりたくない。その時に自分たちのバイブス、彼らのバイブスを融合して自由にやりたいと思っているということですね。
You were just trying to explain to Maddie what a Philistine is.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it work or not?
What do you reckon, Maddie? Philistine.
フィリスタインというのは、言ったらばちょっと荒くれ者みたいな感じですかね。ちょっと仕方がない人みたいな、そういう感じの意味がありますね。
Basically, so you really wouldn't like them. Yeah, yeah.
そう、フィリスタインというね、今回グレンさんがフィリスタイン名義でもCD をリリースしているんですけれども、フィリスタインの意味、荒くれ者みたいな感じですね。
It's basically the closest I could get to the name Blockheads without being sued for infringement of copyright.
I love that. Yeah, of course. During the Blockheads, now Glen Matlock and the Philistines. Brilliant. Okay, we'll continue our chat in a moment. We're going to have a listen to another track from the album, Born Running.